Hi everyone! Today I have a lot of empties to go through with you guys. I do these like every other week, so I do have quite a few things to go through. I think I'm gonna try to go through the things that I thought were like okay or not like super memorable or like my favorite. I'm gonna try to go through those things pretty quickly, and then I'll try to elaborate a little bit more on the things that stood out to me, just because if I talk about everything in depth, it's gonna be a 2-hour long video. I know last time my empties was like the longest it's ever been, like an hour long. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do this time around. So let's just jump right into it. The first thing that I have is one hand soap from Bath & Body Works. This is called Perfect Pumpkin, and it has scent notes of carved pumpkin, spooky cinnamon, and moonlight vanilla. I started this like at the beginning of October just because I'm like, oh, this is a fun like Halloween kind of, you know, decoration, I guess. But yeah, this was really good, no complaints. I feel like I'm always satisfied and happy with Bath & Body Works foaming hand soaps. Like, I don't think they like, you know, stand out or anything like crazy, but I always enjoy them. I feel like the scent lingers on my hands for like 5 minutes maybe after I wash them, so I liked it. It smelled more like body care. I mean, it didn't really smell like bakery pumpkin or anything like that. It was more like a body care. Like if that was in a body care item, it'd be nice too. So the next thing I have, I wrote notes on these little kind of scent shot cups, but I just think it's too much to go through, and you can't get these anymore anyway. These were Body's Harmony, not all of it, but the majority of the Body's Harmony samples that I got from their, I want to say it was like a July pre-order, and it was a laundry sampler, a Mac Apple sampler, and a pumpkin sampler. I think what I'll say about this is, like I said, I don't think you can get this anymore, so I'm not gonna like pull all these out individually, but I'll say this, my absolute favorite I think was the laundry sampler. So good. It was so good. I loved it. I loved pretty much every single one. All three samplers were great. The laundry sampler, Mac Apple sampler, so both of those two, wonderful. They lasted all day long, even trickling into like a second day. I like to change my wax daily. I sometimes even do it 2 times a day. But if it's still going strong, I mean, I let it go until I can't smell it too much anymore. Typically, I'll change it then the next day, but at least let it go a full day if it's doing well. All these did great. I tended to do these shot cups in my bathrooms because, you know, you can't really split these up in between multiple warmers, so I didn't want to do it in my living room. Plus laundry, I tend to do more in the bathrooms. Mac Apple, it was super pretty. If anything more, I want to say bathroom scents. Like they were just really pretty. Not like bakery apple or anything like that. So I think they did really good in the bathroom too. Again, did phenomenal. Mac Apple and laundry sampler lasted all day long. It was great. If she sells these samplers again or sells any of them individually, I would definitely pick them up. So laundry was my favorite, then the Mac Apple, then the pumpkin last, although I still enjoyed the pumpkin. It's just kind of funny. I would have thought I would have loved the pumpkin one, number 1, because it was mainly pumpkin bakery scents. But oddly enough, the laundry just blew me away. I loved it. I remember like every time I'd walk into the bathroom being like, this is wonderful. And I've told you guys, sometimes scents in my bathroom are hit or miss because I have a fan vent right above the plug-in, which is the only place I can have a warmer. It did amazing. I mean, I smelled everything so strong regardless if the fan turned on or not, so it was wonderful. I'm not a huge Mac Apple fan. The Mac Apple sampler was wonderful, and then the pumpkin was good. I feel like maybe the bakery just didn't last as long. That one was a little bit more of a traditional scent where like, I think I was more inclined to change it like a little bit quicker than just like a full day long, but it was still great. It was still really good. So far I've been really enjoying Body's Harmony. So that was a ton of the scent shot cups from Body's Harmony. Again, I don't think it's all 3 samplers like as a whole, but the majority of them I melted within the last couple weeks. What should we go through next? Let me really quick go through a couple of the clamshells because I tend to kind of go through those first too. So we have a few from Target. These 2, Vanilla Bourbon and then Vanilla Bean and Amber. Both of them were, you know, both of them were fine. I feel like, you know, you can't really go wrong. They're good scents. They don't particularly stand out in my mind, but I think I enjoyed them while they lasted. Would I repurchase either one of them? I mean, probably not. I mean, maybe if I saw it and wanted to grab it, but it's not something I'd like immediately go to grab. But Target wax, it does fine for me. It's probably like a 3 out of 5. It does decently fine. It's not like gonna blow you out of the house with fragrance, but it's a good steady fragrance. One from Mainstays, this is Vanilla Wax Cubes. I didn't know like what it was. It shows a vanilla cupcake on here, so I wasn't sure like, is it vanilla cupcake? Is it vanilla buttercream? Like what kind of, is it just vanilla? Like what does that mean? I would say though, this was like vanilla bakery. When I first smelled it on cold, it was a tiny bit, the more I smelled it, like a little Play-Doh-y, you know how vanilla can kind of lean towards that. I got that a little bit on cold, but it was much better on warm, and actually it was really wonderful. A little bit buttery, so maybe kind of like a buttercream vanilla frosting with a cupcake. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was pretty strong. I have one from Scentsy Graham Cracker Crunch. This was really good. I really enjoyed it. I'd potentially buy this again. It's not something I'm gonna like rush to buy again, but it was good. As for like a peanut butter scent, this is supposed to be like, gosh, now I can't remember, something like caramelized graham cracker with the peanut butter crunch, something like that. It was good. I definitely feel like I kind of got that caramelized graham cracker, but the peanut butter to me was on the lighter side. I feel like that usually is how it is with peanut butter blends. Like you kind of smell it, but it's not like a really predominant scent note. So I'm actually on the hunt for more strong peanut butter blends just to kind of try them out. I kind of got it like the last couple, like the last time I warmed this, I started noticing like maybe I'm smelling a little peanut butter, but I remember the first couple times I warmed it, I was actually thinking I don't get peanut butter at all. I kind of got it a little at the end, but it wasn't like super noticeable. Two from Witt and Wax, and this is from their subscription that I got from the July subscription. So I'm just kind of like using these up periodically. One was Ariel. This was Angel Food Cake Shortbread Cookies with Blackberry Jam and Sweet Strawberry. I was hoping the other notes would be stronger, but the Blackberry Jam definitely came out strong. I'm just not a huge fan of Blackberry Jam. I know that's the note because it smelled a lot like a Soul's Inspiration Blackberry Jam, like butter cookies. And for some reason, I just don't like that scent oil. Yeah, that is like definitely the predominant note, which I was sad because I love the other bakery notes in it, but I just didn't get any of that. So for me personally, I didn't really enjoy this. If you like Blackberry Jam, you probably would. And Witt and Wax, like, it is a good performer. It's strong. I think I talked about it in a video before. Like, it's not my favorite vendor. It's a little bit more on the pricey side, so I probably won't repurchase from them, at least not at the moment. And then this was Poor Unfortunate Souls, Jasmine Blossom, Sweet Bergamot, White Birch, Bright Citrus, and Spice Vanilla. This was very pretty. I'd say leaning more on the perfumey side, so maybe like the Jasmine Blossoms, White Birch, Bergamot. I don't know. It leaned a little bit more perfumey floral. Not entirely my kind of scent, but I like to warm different things every once in a while. I think I've said this before, but it kind of like recalibrates my nose when I do something other than a bakery or, you know, a heavy pumpkin scent, things like that. So it was good to like switch things up, but wasn't my favorite scent. Did well. The next thing I will do, so now we'll just kind of grab by vendor. Maybe the first chunk of ones that I'll do are kind of like random vendors or like one-off where like I didn't melt, you know, multiple things from that vendor this time around. So we'll start with Columbia Candle Supply. I melted a few things from them. The first one is chai latte. I actually did 2 of them. It was really nice. It definitely is kind of a refreshing scent. It's something if you want kind of a sort of like wake me up scent, but you don't want coffee. This chai latte was pretty nice. And it did kind of smell like a chai tea latte. I enjoyed it. Like I said, a little bit of a change because I don't think I have any other chai latte scents. I enjoyed it. It was strong. I did it on a tea light. I think I might have gotten that in like a mystery bag or as like a freebie sampler. And I enjoyed it. I don't know if it's like an immediate repurchase for like a chai latte scent, but I did enjoy it while I warmed it. And then here's one called Dreamsicle. This was okay. I enjoyed it actually a little bit more on cold than on warm. Honestly, when I warmed it, I didn't smell a whole lot. A little bit of an orange scent, but not like overpowering by any means. But I did this on a regular bulb warmer. I feel like it could have done better on like a tea light, but it wasn't the biggest chunk if I'm remembering correctly. So I don't know. I think I kind of used it and it was sort of like a one melt and then I was done with it. So I didn't really have a chance to use it on a different warmer, but yeah, I'm not like a huge orange fan, so that was just all right. I have one from Britta's Creepy Treasures. This is Halloween Party, pumpkin crunch cake, vanilla bean, marshmallow, and candy corn. And I'm actually warming this right now in my office. It's great. It's doing really well. It is kind of a slightly spicy pumpkin, which I've noticed from that pumpkin crunch cake from many vendors. It's a little bit more on the spicy side. I wouldn't say it's like a powerhouse scent. I have 3 warmers in here. I definitely notice it when I come into the room, but it's not like, you know, leaking out of the office. My office is pretty small, so sometimes I will get powerhouse scents where I'll kind of smell it lingering throughout the living room or kitchen. I don't get it in any of the other rooms, but I do smell it when I come into this room, and I enjoy it. It's a good steady scent. I've been doing it, warming this one since the morning, and now it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I still feel like it's, you know, it's a steady scent. I don't know if I'd immediately jump to repurchase this one, but I do want to try out more from Britta's Creepy Treasures in the future. One-off from Rose Girls, which is Christmas Eve Cookies in Cookie Land. I thought, you know what, I'll just give it a try because I just ordered this in her Mario pre-sale recently. And she also just had a mini melters restock on, I forget the exact day, but it was this past Wednesday, I believe. And I saw this scent in there too. I didn't pick it up this time around in the RTS because I knew I had already purchased it in the Mario mini melter pre-sale, so I didn't want to pick it up again. But this came in my big Kahuna box. It was like 2 chunky chunks. I'm not sure what entirely she calls them, but they were basically like the chunks with chunks in them that she has in her sampler packs. So like her Speechless sampler and her Halloween sampler, like those 2 square chunks with chunks in them. That's basically what this was. So I have no idea when this was poured because I got this in a big Kahuna box in the summer, like I want to say July or August. And I don't know, I've definitely heard people say Rose Girls is a little hit or miss. This one is my first one where it definitely was a little bit more on the miss side. I've also heard people say that Rose Girls Bakery doesn't last, or I don't know, maybe doesn't I don't know, I'm trying to think of the word. It doesn't, I guess, just store or last very long. Like you kind of have to like let it have its month of cure time and then use it. If you melt it a year or two later, I heard that the performance is not as good. Like I said, I don't know when this was poured, but I did these on a tea light warmer. I smelled almost nothing. I smelled a little bit. So Christmas Eve in Cookie Land, I think, is like eggnog and then her Cookie Land mixture, which is like cookies, pretzels, something else. I smelled a little bit of the eggnog like right as it was melting and warming, and if I was standing a foot away from my tea light warmer or smelling it up close, but really didn't get much throw from it. I was pretty disappointed, to be honest, and I'm hoping it does better when I get it in the mini melter pre-sale in like, what is it, early December. So I'm a little wary because I love bakery. I have a lot of Rose Girls bakery. I just bought a few more like bakery items in her ready to ship. So yeah, I think I want to start warming and not let Rose Girls, because some vendors, the longer you let sit, the better it gets. Rose Girls, at least for bakery, I've kind of heard the longer you let bakery sit, the worse it gets. So I want to start warming some of my Rose Girls bakery now and not let it, you know, go to waste basically. The next one is one from Little Blue Coops soap. This is Fall Hike. This was one of her snap bars. Fresh Fallen Leaf, Cider Lane, and Vanilla Bean Noel. This one was really nice. Smelled, so I don't know. Oh, okay, Cider Lane. Her Cider Lane to me leans a little bit more of the like fresh apple or like Mac apple kind of a scent. I enjoyed it. It was a good fall scent, a good like bright daytime fall scent. It wasn't like super heavy. I enjoyed it. No complaints. I liked it when I warmed it, but it's not like a standout, like I need to repurchase it instantly, but it was great while I warmed it. Oh, actually, I have a few more from Little Blue Coop soap. One is I Love Pumpkin Waffle. So this was like a waffle shape. Yeah, it's kind of messy. They came in like one of these kind of bags where like what's it called? It's like a sticker seal. It's not like a plastic, bag kind of a thing with a Ziploc. So I repackaged them when I chopped them up. So I just said I love pumpkin waffle. So this was all right. This was a nice pumpkin bakery scent. Not like super strong, not weak. I smelled it, but I did this, I think I did these ones in the tea light warmer. I liked it. It was okay. Honestly, not like super memorable, and you know, I wouldn't jump to repurchase it, but I enjoyed it while I warmed it. You know, nice fall scent. Then I have Taste of Fall Waffle. So again, another waffle. This one kind of smelled like pumpkin and apple on cold. And that's kind of what I got when I first started warming it. But then after a few hours, I feel like I got a little bit more of a spicy scent note that kind of started coming out. Or maybe the pumpkin and apple died down and then something else was just a little bit stronger lingering. Oh, I wrote it down. So this was pumpkin pecan waffle, pumpkin spice latte, apple butter, pumpkin bread, and apple crisp. So maybe the pumpkin spice latte is what sort of started coming out a little bit later. But yeah, another one, like, you know, I don't need to jump to repurchase, but I enjoyed it while I warmed it. Staple, good fall scent. And then last one from this kind of like random group of vendors where I didn't have like too much. One from Sassy Girl Aroma. This was called Strawberry Cheesecake, Strawberries, Graham Crackers, Sweet Cream, Butter, Vanilla, Sweetened Condensed Milk, and Cream Cheese. This was one of her brittle bars. Whoa. So I first warmed this. So I got this like early September or something. This was like from one of my first pre-sales I did with her. It smelled strong and cold, so I just tried it out. I remember the first time I tried it, I did one square in each warmer. Wasn't super impressed. I kind of smelled it, but it wasn't anything to write home about. It was okay. Then I think I asked in one of my Sassy Girl Aroma haul videos, like how many cubes do you guys do? I think the majority of people do maybe 2 to 3 cubes in a warmer. So then I did 2 cubes in a warmer, and I did it probably a few weeks later. Totally noticed a difference, much stronger. So I definitely say if you let her stuff sit cure like a couple weeks after you get it, it is so strong. I realized this strawberry cheesecake scent wasn't exactly my favorite. The strawberry was a strawberry scent that I haven't smelled before from a different vendor. So my husband really enjoyed it. He said he loved it and it smelled like a real strawberry. But it's funny because to me, I thought it was more of a sugar candy, sort of artificial strawberry scent. So we basically said the opposite. So everyone's nose is different, right? But yeah, it was crazy strong when I did this, super strong on tea light. When I realized this wasn't like exactly my favorite strawberry scent, I kind of did this in my bathroom. Whoa, it's so strong. I would melt like 2 cubes of this in my bathroom. It's my bathroom, then our closet, then our bedroom, and then coming out of our bedroom is like the living room kind of open concept area. It leaked out of the bathroom, went into our closet area, went into our whole bedroom, and I would smell it while I was in the living room. This is so strong, lasted a full day long, 2 days. Like, I changed it after like a day and a half, but I think I could have left it longer. It is absolutely insane. The throw on this one, it was crazy. I don't have any other finished Sassy Girl Aroma blends, but let me tell you, I have not been disappointed so far. So yeah, this was great. It was like a 5 out of 5 scent throw. Wonderful. The next grouping I will do is 2 from Southbound. So again, like, I guess these are still kind of like vendors where I don't have too much to show. So these are 2 bakery bags. One is Ghostly Brew and one is Fall Brew. They are really similar. So Ghostly Brew says spooky blend of cider donuts, vanilla bean Noel, all brewed into one ghostly treat. Fall Brew says cider donuts, vanilla bean Noel, frosted graham crackers, ice cream scoop bread, and cream cheese frosting. They both did well, but I will definitely say out of kind of this cider mixture, I preferred Fall Brew, and I would consider maybe next fall getting another bag of this one. I don't need it right away. We're starting to wrap up fall scents. I mean, I'll probably do fall scents to the end of November, so I still have a full month to go, but I definitely don't need to buy more fall scents for this year. I think this one just was a little bit more bakery leaning, which is probably why I enjoyed it a little bit more. This one definitely smelled like a little bit of a deeper mulled cider, borderline going into the cider. That's not my favorite, whereas this one was a little bit of a brighter, lighter, sweeter cider, and I think that's why I enjoyed this one a bit more. But they both did great. I usually with bakery bags, because there's so much, I'll usually do like 1 tea light and then split up some other ones throughout my warmers in my open concept area, and I'm never disappointed. I tend to get really good scent throw from Southbound, so enjoyed those. I have a few things from Soul's Inspiration. The first one is Wonderwall Sweet Lavender Creamy Coconut Butter Cookies. I think this was maybe like one of her big rose shapes. This was very pretty. I don't think this was a powerhouse scent. Little bit of a lavender, little bit of a bakery. I didn't get too much of a strong coconut note. It was all kind of lighter, meshed together well, pretty, not super long lasting, not something where I feel like, it wasn't too memorable. I think it was pretty while I warmed it, but it's something where like, I don't think I kept it in the warmer super long. That was probably one I did like closer towards the evening, then in the next morning I changed it out. The next one is Sweet Lila, Juicy Peaches, Sweet Cream, and Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies. This was good if you like those scent notes. If you like peach and you like blackberry jam, you'll probably like this. But like I said before, I'm not really a huge fan of blackberry jam butter cookies. I'm also not the biggest fan of peach scents. So because of that, I didn't really like this scent too much. But if you like those scents, it performed pretty well. Then we have strawberry pound cake type. This was one of her brittle bags. I love strawberry pound cake. Hers was a little different than other vendors' strawberry pound cake blends. It was good, but I think it wasn't as close to the Bath & Body Works one to me. A little bit more on the strawberry side, but it didn't quite smell like a fresh picked strawberry to me. It was a little bit more candied, artificial, sugar kind of a strawberry. It was okay. It was good. It just wasn't as much of a strawberry pound cake dupe to me. Still good, and I enjoyed it. This one from Soul's Inspiration, unless I was going nose blind, this one didn't seem to last as long as my other Soul's Inspiration ones. I did this in a few just regular bulb or element warmers, and then when I just had like 2 chunks left, I just did them in 2 tea light warmers, and I kind of smelled it. Like I said, I don't know, I might have gone a little nose blind with this one, but I don't feel like it was as strong and as long lasting as some of my other Soul's Inspiration, but it was fine. It did all right. 2 Lurid Apothecary. These were from, I want to say, her pre-sale overstock from the summer, because these were from her, this was the first time I had purchased from this vendor. I had gotten these scents. Warm Clouds, Cashmere and Silk, Sandalwood, Vanilla Bean, and Marshmallow. I smelled it on cold. It was very pretty. I had a feeling that I wasn't going to smell it strong on warm, but this actually did awesome on warm. Because of these scent notes, I just thought it wouldn't throw super strong, because all of them are just a little bit more just calming and to me gentle, and the scent notes, like reading the scent notes, to me they're more like mixer blends where like you're not really going to get a powerhouse marshmallow, you're not really going to get a powerhouse vanilla bean. Like usually those ones are mixed with other things, but it did great. I would say the scent throw was like a 4 out of 5. Like it did really well. It was actually really pretty. I think it did really well. It was really nice. I don't need to jump to repurchase this, but I definitely enjoyed it while I warmed it. And then Cotton Candy Stand, Cotton Candy, and Cotton Candy Frosting. Again, this was pretty good. To me, it was another one where it was like, it kind of smelled light on cold. Like I definitely was hit with a very sweet scent. I didn't think it was going to be super strong, and it wasn't like a powerhouse, but whenever I walked into the room with this going, like at first, if I was sitting in the room for a long time, I was like, I don't really smell it. But if I'd walk out and come back in, I'm like, I definitely get a sweet, sugary, like scent in the air. Like it was definitely like a super, super sweet scent, like cotton candy scent. So I did smell it. It did well. It just, I think cotton candy by itself is not like my favorite. When it's mixed with things, it's good. Like I said, it just adds some extra sweetness, but it did better than I thought it was gonna do. And like I said, like when I would sit in the room, I went a little nose blind, but if I went out and came back in, I'm like, I definitely do smell a sweetness in the air. The next one I think I'll do is my little bundle of Pharmacist Daughter blends. So I have 4 things right here. Let me do this one first because it's kind of like the only different one. This one is called Shiver. These were all their souffles. Shiver says icy peppermint and Ezra. Ezra is like some kind of Abercrombie dupe of some sorts. So basically it was a mint with a little bit of a cologne or masculine scent. It did good. I liked the icy peppermint. You definitely did get that kind of cologne note. It did good. I definitely smelled it. But I think I'm not as much of a fan of mint with like cologne. I think I would much prefer a mint with bakery or a mint with lavender. So just in that sense, like the scent notes just weren't my favorite blended together, but it did good. I did this in our bedroom, so I just have 1 bulb warmer and 2 element warmers, and it was definitely strong. I definitely smelled it. Then the rest are some of her coffee blends. This one is Rise and Shine, Coffee House, Zucchini Bread, and Morning Beignet. So this one, I really enjoyed this one. I did this on my element and bulb warmers in my open concept area, plus on a tea light. I'll usually have my tea light going on our like kitchen counter, and then the other warmers are kind of spread out throughout our living room. It was great. I think all their coffee blends so far have really impressed me. I loved it. Whenever I'd walk by, I definitely got the scent. I really enjoyed this. Pharmacist's Daughter does really well for me. I've been really enjoying the blends that I've melted. Beans and Cream. I actually did this one this morning. So I changed out all my warmers, again, in my kind of open concept living room area, before we went and did some groceries. Like that came out weird, I feel like. Before we ran and did our like grocery errands. So I don't use the tea light warmers when I'm not home. I just get nervous with the little tea light flame. So I just did it in my 3 warmers in my living room area. I have 1 bulb warmer and 2 element warmers. So I filled up those 3 warmers. We left, did our grocery run, came back. We were probably gone for like an hour. I smelled this. So I can always tell, like when we go on our walks or whatever, when we're gone for a little while and we come back, I know it's a strong scent when I'm like, we come out of the elevator and I can smell it in our apartment. So our elevator is like honestly on the opposite end of our apartment. I could smell it when we walked out of the elevator. It's like the elevator, then we turn the corner and we're down all the way at the end of a hallway. So I know something strong when I smell it outside of our apartment. And this was strong. I didn't think I was gonna like this one because when I kept going back and smelling it, there was something about it I didn't like, and I thought I had pinpointed it to the coconut shortbread cookies, but I'm not really sure. It could also be a combination of the marshmallows, sweet and creamy, and maybe the coconut shortbread cookies. There was just some sweetness. I know this is gonna sound weird, but I almost kind of got like a bubblegum note when I smelled this on cold. And that's why I kind of waited to warm this, because I'm like, I don't know if I love that scent. But I definitely didn't get that when I warmed it. It just smelled like a nice coffee blend. None of the Pharmacist's Daughter, honestly, no blends I've warmed so far. I feel like the coffee is like super strong. But I can tell when I warm it, like I can tell what the coffee note is supposed to be. It doesn't, to me, smell like, you know, you're brewing a cup of coffee with like your coffee machine. But I can tell that it's trying to get at kind of a coffee scent, so it's pretty. And then this one, Cinnamon Coffee Cake. Again, really good. Coffee House Pumpkin Pecan Waffles Creme Brulee Vanilla Pound Cake Cinnamon. It's called Cinnamon Coffee Cake. I didn't really get much cinnamon out of it, but I really liked it. I love pumpkin pecan waffle blends. So this one to me was just a lightly coffee bakery scent, and I really enjoyed it. Like I said, did it on a tea light as well as kind of my element and bulb warmers throughout my open concept area. Then we have a few from Broadway Wax. The first one is Ladies That Brunch Blueberry Muffins, Vanilla Pound Cake, and Lemon Pound Cake and Vanilla Bean Noel. This was a clamshell. This is the first one from Broadway Wax where I was pretty disappointed in it. Usually Broadway Wax does really well for me. This one was strange. On cold, honestly, in the clamshell, and this happens to me a lot, I smelled a lot of plastic. And this is definitely one, when I got it, it didn't need any cure time. I mean, this is from late July. It smelled like plastic and a tiny bit of the lemon from the lemon pound cake. I let it sit. I mean, I got this and did let it sit another like month or two, I'd say. It just never got better. Like, it never really got stronger. I don't know. I mean, I didn't really get vanilla. I definitely didn't get any blueberry muffins. It smelled a little better when I warmed it, like a little bit more like just a lemony smell. But this one was pretty light. I don't know. And the lemon at that, like, it wasn't one of my favorite lemons. I tend to like lemon, but I don't think I liked this one for some reason. I don't know. And like I said, it didn't really smell super strong. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of clamshells. I don't know if it was the clamshell that I didn't like, or like, you know, that I kind of smelled plastic, but I don't know. This one just wasn't a hit for me. Then we have Welcome the Sunshine, Southern Sweet Tea, Blueberry Blast, and Sparkling Grapefruit. This was like, I would consider it to be kind of like a mini loaf, or like, I don't know, it was kind of like, it was a really cute like mini loaf size item. It was great. If you like sweet tea scents, this was so good, so strong. I remember being like blown out of my house when I did this on a tea light warmer. Then the last couple times I just did it on like my element and bulb warmers, still was like a 5 out of 5 throw. And I actually have one more of these in my collection because I got it when I ordered from Broadway Wax. She threw it in as like a freebie. So I have another one of these, and I'm not mad. Like, it is a great performer. Is it my favorite scent in the world? Not necessarily, and I'll probably save my other one for like next summer, because I would say this leans more of like a summer scent. But I just wanted to warm it, try something new, again, recalibrate my nose a little bit. But yeah, this was good. Definitely that sweet tea scent with a little bit of a fruity note. So did super well. Then we have Holy Berry Batman, strawberry, blackberry, blueberry, raspberry, huckleberry. So this is your berry goodness scent. This was so good. Again, so strong. Berry overload. So good. Honestly, if I saw this on her site, and it might even be on there still, and if it's on there, it's probably on sale, because she marked a lot of her like summer stuff on sale. But it was so good. Really generous sized pieces. There were like 4 big pieces in here. I loved it. I loved it a lot. It did great. If you want like a berry fruity scent, but like no bakery, like it's just pure fruit, this was wonderful. Again, so strong, so good. Last Broadway Wax is Sweet and Tart Cake. Lemon meringue, strawberry pound cake, and creamy candy. This was cool. This was like a huge heart shape. I would say like equivalent to like some vendors like loaves. Like, it was hefty. Something about this though wasn't my favorite. I didn't really get any of the strawberry pound cake, so I think I was disappointed on that end of things because I love strawberry pound cake blends. Definitely the lemon meringue and creamy candy were the scent notes that I smelled, and something about it I didn't love. I don't know if it was the creamy candy. It definitely smelled a bit lemony, but I think the lemon bakery, I feel like lemon bakery can kind of make my stomach churn a little bit. I don't love it. I think if I'm gonna do lemon in a wax melt scent, I'd rather have it be more of a clean, fresh lemon, like lemon and laundry, than lemon and bakery for some reason. So I didn't love this one, and it was huge. It took me a while to get through, but it was strong. It did fine. It wasn't my favorite. All right, we're getting right through everything. The last bundle of things I'll end with is L3. So I have quite a few things from L3. So the first one is a bougie bar in leaves. Her bougie bars are really great, very convenient. Just break off like one of the chunks and you're good to go. They're really beautiful. They're usually like a two-toned like ombre color, and I've noticed her bougie bars, all of them I've warmed so far have a little bit of that like mica glitter, so it's really pretty when it warms. But yeah, this is just a great solid fall scent, staple fall scent. A lot of people talk about this scent. A lot of vendors have the leaves dupe. I think it's like a Bath and Body Works scent. Really good. I mean, there's nothing really too much more to talk about. I feel like a lot of people know this scent. It's a solid fall scent. It did good. I think a lot of people have started to mention this about L3. Longevity wise, not the greatest, but I get a scent throw pretty decent for like 2 to 4 hours, I'd say, and then I'm ready to change it. Doesn't bother me because I totally don't mind changing a scent twice a day. I mean, of course, like I mentioned earlier, I'll leave it if it's still super strong, but I like powerhouse scents, so if I can't really smell it anymore, I'll just go ahead and change it. As long as I get like half a day's worth of scent out of it, I'm happy. Sweet pumpkin pie, graham cracker crunch, or sorry, graham cracker crust. Another bougie bar. This was fine. I think L3's pumpkin scents tend to be a little bit more on the spicy end, so I definitely got kind of a slight spicy scent, but I will say, because in the scent notes it's sweet pumpkin pie, it was on the sweeter side for L3, but I would say compared to other vendors, it's still a little bit on the spicy end. But yeah, it was good full scent. Nothing like incredible. I enjoyed it while I warmed it. Farah, brown sugar, caramel apples, and waffle cone. This one surprised me. Again, another bougie bar. On cold, I got apples, a tiny bit of caramel. A lot of her apple blends, like apple overpowers the blend and I get nothing else. But when I warmed this, I was definitely pleasantly surprised. I definitely think I got a little bit of that like waffle cone scent note, and I definitely got the caramel apple. So I like this one. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would after smelling it on cold. So this one was good. We have a few of her like owl shaped items or things from her samplers, I think. So this one was from the Hufflepuff sampler. Benny and June, French baguettes, honey butter, and blackberry marmalade. This was okay. I smelled a tiny bit of blackberry and a little bit of the buttery scent, like the honey butter on cold. But honestly, like, I didn't smell anything on warm. Maybe I was a bit nose blind, but I don't know. I feel like this one didn't. I feel like her samplers, for some reason, like the chunky buns, for some reason I don't get very good scent through out of those samplers. I'm not sure why. Her other stuff tends to do decent. Like I said, I feel like I smell it strong for a few hours, but her samplers just, I don't know. I'm not sure if there was like less scent oil or what, or because the buns are the chunks are one scent and then the rest of the bun like overpours another. Like, I don't know if because it's not completely mixed together that I don't know, but I didn't get super great performance out of her samplers. If you guys are interested in trying her samplers though, they're on her website right now, like super on sale. They're originally $20. I think they're all still on her site, and I think they're like $14, which it's a super good value because each bunt is like 3 ounces. There's 8 bunts in it and it's only like $14. So the next one is the Burrow Hufflepuff fresh baked cinnamon rolls with extra brown sugar and vanilla frosting. I like the Burrow and I like Hufflepuff scent. I will say, I guess this one did better, but I wrote on here that I can't even read my own handwriting. I enjoyed it. Might be, I have no idea what I wrote. Might be something with pumpkin pecan waffle blend. I like Hufflepuff. I don't know what I was trying to write here, but I like both blends. This one was probably one of my favorites out of the Hufflepuff blend. Probably my second favorite. Oh, that's what I said. Tied with the pumpkin pecan waffle blend from the Hufflepuff sampler. So that was like my second favorite, or tied with the pumpkin pecan waffle one. Then I have the Burrow by itself. This was really good, but I did end up mixing it with a Hufflepuff because I have a Hufflepuff loaf from her. So I liked it, but I liked it mixed with Hufflepuff better than having it on its own. And then I wrote on this not too long lasting. Then we have Hippogriff. This was an owl. This is pumpkin cookies and marshmallow smoothies. This is another one where like I ended up mixing it with Hufflepuff. I thought it was so much better when I mixed it with Hufflepuff, and so much stronger, I feel like. Pumpkin cookies and marshmallow smoothies, and then Hufflepuff is like, I forget what exactly, but it's pumpkin bakery too, and I feel like both of them together were so good. Yeah, this one was nothing special on cold, I remember, but warming it surprised me. Like, this did a lot better when I warmed it. I have Gryffindor. I forget what this is, but it was definitely more of a masculine scent to me, masculine or cologne-like. So I did this one in my husband's bathroom. So not a personal favorite of mine, because I'm not like super huge into the cologne masculine scents, but it was good. It did nice. Whenever I went into my husband's bathroom, I definitely smelled it. It was a really pretty, deep, rich red color. I can even smell it like through the bag. This would be a great cologne scent. It's just like the cologne wax melts. It's just, I can't picture warming them in any other room besides my husband's bathroom, so I don't buy a ton of them, but I have a few just in case I want to warm those. The next one I have was a Matrix Melt. This is Buttermint, Vanilla Bean Noel, and Cupcake Cake. I totally consider getting this blend again, but I don't know. I feel like I've heard other people say this, that the Matrix Melts aren't their like favorite form of L3's wax, and I would probably have to agree. Is this the first one that I've shown, or have I shown another one? I can't remember now, but it was just so light. I definitely got Buttermint on cold, and I did it once and I didn't really smell anything. Then I let this sit for another like 2 months in my collection, so it had to have been cured long enough, and I just warmed it to warm it to finish it. It was really light, honestly. Even on a tea light warmer, I like barely smelled anything. I smelled the Buttermint when I put my nose up to the warmer, but as for like scent throw, I like didn't really get anything. And I don't know, I'm not sure if it's like the form, but I just feel like I've heard other people say that Matrix Melts aren't their favorite, and I would probably have to agree. But yeah, so like scent on cold I really enjoyed because I like Buttermint, but throw wise just was pretty disappointing. Puppy Pack Mermaid Smooches. I wrote down the scent notes because I could not find this on her website, but I found this after searching and digging through the Facebook page. So this is peach, mandarin orange, grapefruit, cranberry juice, and peach schnapps. I thought when I bought this that Mermaid Smooches was going to be more on the aquatic side because of the mermaid. I don't know, mermaid in the title, I guess, but it's not. This is very fruity, to me overpowering on like the peach scent. So because I bought this thinking it was one thing and it's actually something else, more peach, I didn't love it. If I had known and done my research and looked up the scent notes ahead of time, I probably wouldn't have purchased this. So to be honest, I kind of warmed this to get it out of my collection. It was fine. Performance-wise, it was good. It definitely did, you know, perform how my normal other L3 stuff performs, strong for a few hours. But yeah, I mean, nothing crazy, not a standout scent to me, but if you like peach, that one you might like. October Vibes Candy Corn Marshmallow Birthday Cake Sugar Cookie Royale. Oh my gosh, this was so good. This surprised me. When I smelled it on cold, nothing special. It was okay, a nice sugary bakery scent, but just nothing special. So good on warm. I did this on a tea light warmer. One tea light warmer, because actually I was going to do this. I did this one day for like one of my wax melt challenges that I do on Instagram. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just grab this. I think it was like a candy blend or something. So I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'll just try it. I loved it. It was so good. I kept going into the room to smell it. I think like the birthday cake and sugar cookie royale maybe comes out more on warm, because I remember it was just a normal sweet scent on cold, but it was like so good, so good. And actually it reminded me a lot when I kept going by and smelling it of like a frosting note, or like a buttercream frosting note. So I don't know if it's just the mixture of the candy, marshmallow, cake, cookie that kind of ended up sort of making a rich, creamy frosting almost kind of note. But this was great. If I saw this again on her website, candy corn in any of her forms of wax, I would buy it. Oslon, Cashmere, Twilight Woods, and Sweater Weather Warm Cozy Scent So Incredible. This was really good, very beautiful. To me, this is more of a bathroom scent. I don't know, it says warm and cozy, so incredible. It didn't really smell warm and cozy to me. It smelled more like perfumey or like body care like if this was in like a body wash or a shampoo and conditioner, this would be so good. Like I would want my hair to like have this scent linger. Like it was really pretty, but it didn't smell like a warm and cozy, like I'm gonna warm this at night, have the, you know, fire on, have a nice blankie, like have some hot cocoa. Like this smelled more bright to me, and like I said, like body care, like good bathroom scent. So yeah, I liked it. I thought this was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I don't know if it's something I'd jump to repurchase right away, but I'd consider repurchasing it maybe. The next one is Roll in the Hay, Pumpkin Carvings Hay and Mac Apple. This was fine. I had purchased this before I tried out my sample. If I tried out my sample before I purchased this, I probably wouldn't have bought it again, but it was just a puppy pack. To me, all I pretty much got is Mac Apple. When I warmed my sample, I thought maybe I'm getting a little bit of the hay, but I don't know. It just smelled like apple to me. I warmed this on a day we were going to like an apple orchard, like corn maze place. So I did it just for fun. Like, oh, we're going to an apple orchard. Let me throw in an apple scent. So this did good. Definitely smelled the apple. The next one was a chunk, one of her chunks, spearmint cake batter. I really enjoyed this. It was good. I don't particularly like spearmint. Like it's not my favorite of the mint blends, but I really liked it. It definitely wasn't like pure spearmint. It didn't smell like overly gum-like. I don't know if I would have like pinpointed, oh yeah, that's spearmint and bakery, like that's spearmint and cake batter. But maybe it's because it's cake batter and not like birthday cake, like a baked cake. But I don't know, it definitely smelled like not full-on spearmint. Like I enjoyed it while I warmed it, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to like get this blend again or get like spearmint blends. The next one was Susan the Gentle, Soothing Lavender, Birthday Cake, and Strawberry Jam. If you like her strawberry jam, I think you'd really enjoy this because I really liked it, and to me it was definitely the strawberry jam heavy. I mean, maybe lightly I got lavender, but it definitely didn't stand out to me lavender. Birthday cake, I don't know. I don't think I got that either. Definitely strawberry jam heavy. I can even smell it through the bag. Definitely smells like her strawberry jam. I love her strawberry jam. So I'd give it a try. Like if you like Aunt's Jam Filled Jelly Rolls, I think there's, I might be messing this one up, but there might be one called Silver Spears. That might be strawberry jam. I can't remember now. But yeah, I think her strawberry jam is a pretty strong oil because it seems to overpower blends, but I really like her strawberry jam, so I actually liked that it overpowered everything else. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. You guys, maybe I did this really quick. I don't know. We'll have to see when I'm editing how long this video ends up being, but this is my last one. Icebergs on the Rocks. Again, this was one of her chunks. This is when she did her chunks ready to ship. She had categories. One was mint, one was lavender, one was bakery or something, or coffee. I forget, but she had like scent categories. So the spearmint and this one was part of the mint category. And this is Salty Sea Air and Spearmint. This was actually really nice. Super even split between the Salty Sea Air and Spearmint. I wouldn't say one outpowered the other at all. I remember when I first smelled it, I thought I got Salty Sea Air more on cold, but as I let it cure, the Spearmint definitely did come out a bit more. But like I said, wasn't overpowering or anything. It was great. It did really good. I don't really do mint blends anywhere else outside of our bedroom. And this was good, strong. Like I said, I think I've mentioned this before. Whenever I do like blends in our bedroom, I pretty much only have the warmers on in the later half of the day, more going into the evening. So I'll typically have the blends in there for like 2 or 3 nights in a row, because the warmers are only on for a few hours. So like L3s, I'll usually have it in for 2 nights in a row, and then I'll end up changing it. But it doesn't mean it was like in there 2 full days long. It was in there a few hours each night. And yeah, I enjoyed it. But again, I'm not going to go out of my way to get like spearmint blends, but I enjoyed it while I warmed it. So you guys, that was all my empties for the past few weeks. Here's everything I went through. Yeah, I'm loving doing these empties videos. I'm hoping to do maybe some kind of like chop and chat video tomorrow if I have a chance. And then upcoming too, I know I have like hauls coming up. Like I said, I ordered from the Rose Girls ready to ship, so I'll have a Rose Girls haul coming up. I have a bathing garden order coming up, because after I did my first bathing garden haul, I was not good. I ended up making one more bathing garden order with some more Halloween blends that I wanted to try. I try not to do that, like repurchase from vendors that I haven't warmed yet, but I feel like I hear pretty decent, like people get, you know, a medium to strong throw from bathing garden. And I've heard bathing garden, the longer you let sit, the better anyway. So yeah, I ended up purchasing more. So the bathing garden, I think, is it Teddy B's or Salt Mountain? One of those pre-orders I think should ship soon. I'll probably get a Sassy Girl Aroma soon. Oh, I was also bad and I did make a small purchase from L3. So you'll see a few hauls coming up, but I want to sprinkle other videos in between, so it's not just haul after haul after haul. Although I enjoy haul videos, I'm not sure if everyone enjoys them, but yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!